So in the last class, we had seen the convolution using two methods. We have convolution using three methods, but we have in the start, we have seen mathematical equation method. Second was graphical method, and today you will see the tabular method. The tabular method also requires the understanding of graphical method also. Okay, so we'll go graphical as well as tabular hand in hand. Okay, side to side we'll understand. Okay, so this is an example that we had seen in the last class, right? I assume you all have this uh, the graphical drawing of the signal xn and hn. I assume that you are having, and I'm giving you some seconds to come up with the diagram. Okay, so everybody is there having. You can say yes or no in between. So you are having the diagram now? Yes? Are you having the diagram? You can on your mic and say yes. Yes, please. Diagram, please. You got the diagrams on the page? Or you don't have it? Please answer. Yes, please. Where are you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are having? Okay, fine. Now, referring to the same example that we had, 1, 2, 3, 1 samples, I called this xn, right? And then I was given the samples as, what were the samples? 1, 2, 3, and a 1. Okay, these were the samples. hn you had how much? 4, 3, 2. This is the bracket method of representing. Okay, so hn and xn you had. We are having in the graphical method, we try to convert xn into, simply change the index. Simply change the index. In that index, you will put it as k. You will take it as x of k. Okay, values will be same. 1, 2. This is 3. This is 1. Again here hn is been changed to hk. Index is moving from 0 to 3 because I have 4 samples and 4 samples in both. So now I have my starting graph ready. Okay, even for tabular I will require this conversion. So step 1 is over. Now the step 2 is just find out, as in graphical method, what is my starting value here. Suppose my starting value I'll call n1. This is what it is equal to 0 because it is starting from 0. Here n2, my starting value is 0, so I'll call it as 0. So my rule is what? What is my rule? Sorry, this is 0. Okay, what is my starting value? My n will be starting. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, is it clear now? You are hearing me properly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, you are all going to follow what because I'm going very slow. I want everybody to solve along with me. Okay, now n1 is 0. n1 is 0, n2 is also 0. Okay, so both the starting are beginning, both the signals are beginning from 0 and 0. So their addition also becomes 0. So in the graphical, we have seen that signal was starting from 0. Even here, it is going to start with a 0 value. So my n values will begin from 0, but how long, how far? So how will be the length of that, length of yn? What will be my length of yn? I have to find out in the same method. In that method, I checked. Now here my n1 will be, how much is the length? This is one sample, 2, 3, 4. That means I have how many? The length is 4. And in the next also I have a 4. Now my length of yn will be addition of the two lengths minus 1. So this was how much? 7.
7.
So if I start from 0 and end up with the length 7, means my last value will be 6. That means all values from n to n equal to 6, I will have to check out. So my values are defined now. My values of n are defined. So what is my role here in tabular method? I will see that I will have these many columns. Okay, you make some columns. I am giving some pause. You can write and draw the columns. In the first column, you make some indices, because probably check just by thumb rule, find out the length of the sequence, and accordingly 4 spaces you can give here. So I have 4 samples, so accordingly I have given 4 samples, so that becomes more compact drawing. Okay, so k will be from, first value will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have only 4 samples, and the reverse if I am taking, again I will require 4. So I have spanned this to 4. So that is why you can see minus 3, minus 2, minus. It is all thumb rule. If I had 5 samples, so probably one of my flip will require 5. Okay, x of k to h of k, any one I will revert. Mirror image. In that case, if there are 4 samples, I will require 4 spaces here. If I have 5, I will require 5 minus k. Okay, that is why I have taken only 4 values here, including the 0. Okay, so how is the h of k starting? Beginning I have zeros. I will remove all those written material here. Okay, I will just remove from here, where it becomes easier to make you a bit clearer. Okay, now you have, okay, h of k and x of k we have to identify. So I am going to, in this diagram what they have done is, instead of shifting h of k, they are shifting x of k. Results will be same. There is no problem. Okay, instead of folding, you can say h of k, we are going to fold x of k depending upon this diagram, because this is something that I have taken some book, so it is going to be like this. But in the next example, we will solve ourselves, and then we will see which one to shift. Okay, so h of k I have written. Okay, how I have written? This first sample 4, second sample 3, 2 and 1. See, first sample at 0, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1. That I have written. Okay, how about xk? How about xk? Xk is how much? 1, 2, 3, 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1. Where it is? Again starting from 0. This is the starting point. We'll mark here. This is starting point. So 1, 2, 3, 1. So these are samples are ready. The step 1 was to convert xn to xk, hn to hk. So that is graphically there, but now I have to simply put them in the table. Okay. Now according to this diagram, what has been done is x of k mirror image has been taken. Mirror image. It is folded along the 0. The 0 axis. So when you fold this x about this, what happens? These samples will remain same. Okay, that sample 2 will come on to the next, 3 to its next, and 1 to its next. So now I'm having, instead of 3 1, I'm having minus 3 1. Instead of 2 instead of 2 I'm having 3 here. At that time minus 2 will be my mirror image. Here the sample value will be 3. Mirror image for 1 is minus 1, and I'm going to go for 2. So this is the common flipping, or you can say the hinge, a hinge across which it has been folded. It is totally folded like this, right? Then, now because the n value has started with from 0, So it is as if x of minus k has been already introduced with 0. That is what the indication is. So this is the starting. So there is no problem. You will see that you will have to add up few more when we are having negative values of n. So you will see that in the next example. So I am trying to have x of 0 minus k here, right? The mirror image itself is x of 0 minus k. Now what is my duty? My duty is to find y of n. So what have been done here? See, at n equal to 0, yn is 4. How it is? That was what we had obtained in the graphical. How it is? Just see that I have to take this into picture. Okay, I have to multiply the overlap. Now here in this part, who is overlapping? There is no signal for this. See, there is no signal. Even if you multiply, you will get 0 into 2 is 0, 0 into this is 0, 0 into 1 will be 0. So I don't have here anything. 3 into 0 is 0, 2 into 0 is 0, 1 into 0 is 0. There is nothing available here. So there is nothing available here. There is nothing available here. So there is no sample. So you can see the red inking saying that only one overlap is there. So I have a value 4 into 1 will be 4. Okay. Now I think you are coming to the second point. Now n is equal to 1. In the equation also we had done that. At n equal to 1. This is the tabular method of indicating. That's it. Then n is x of, because I am folding x, that is why I am using x. So here 1 minus k. 1 minus k means 1 has been added to this. That means it has to shift towards the right. Okay. Because if you add a minus 3 with 1, what happens? It becomes a minus 2. That is what the meaning is. So here it is going to move in this position from this. So 1, 3, 2, 1. So one movement has been done here. Okay. So this whole thing has been shifted to the right side. Okay. Now again I will check the overlap. Here again there is, I will just remove this. I will remove, because every time the overlapping will be different, right? So now here I am having a overlap, no overlap here. There is no sample here. Okay, I have only 2. That is what? 4 into 2, 3 into 1. So what is that? What is that? 4 into 2.
11, ma'am. 11.
Yeah. So am I getting this 11? Right. Yes. I think that equation is correct. Now let us have the second. N is 2, 2 minus k. Now what I have done, tabularly we can see, graphically we had to draw things. Now you can see immediately there is only one single shift you have to do. Because if I add 2 in this minus k, what is that? Minus 3, 2 means, even if you can see, it comes at minus 1. From this also you can do, or from this also it becomes easy. Shifting by 1. This is easier, is it not? So 1 will come to the right. Here it has come to the right. And likewise 3 has also shifted, 2 also shifted, 1 also shifted. 1 place here, 1 place to the right. Now you check the overlapping. Now there is, we'll have to rub it again because the situations are changed. Okay, so I have only 1 here, there is no overlap. And then you see here, I have 0 into 1 is 0, 4 into 3 is 12. Okay, 3 into 2 will be 6, 12 plus 6 is 18. 18, then 2 into 1 will be plus 2, that is 20. And 1 into 0, there is no space here, there is no overlapping content here. So it has to be 0. So the total value comes as 20. It becomes very easier compared to the graphical method when you are going for tabulation. Tabulation is becoming very easier because it gives a total pictorial view. Now again n is equal to 3. N is equal to 3. What is it? One more shift towards the right, right? Then you have 1, 3, 2, 1. Now observe that at this position you have a perfect overlap this is perfectly overlapping with the original h of k. Okay. Then, so you see 4 into 1, 4, 3 into 3, 9, 9 plus 4, 4 will be 13. 13 plus 4 will
18.
be 17. 17 plus 1 will be 18. So I think we are getting correct here. Next, it is 4. So again you shift it towards this side. Now it becomes easier, is it not? So 1, 3, 2, 1. So again check for the overlapping. I see that there is one overlapping here, but there is no overlapping here. So we'll just see here. Then 4 into 1, that is 3. Sorry, 3 into 1 is 3. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 will be 9. Then 1 into 2. 9 plus 2 will be 11. And this becomes 0 into 1. So this is 0. So this becomes 11. So this also is correct. Now again shift it towards the right side. So 1, 3, 2, 1. Now again you see there is no overlapping here. There is no signal also here. So there is no point in talking about that. Okay. So only two overlappings. One place and the second place. So what is this? 2 into 1, 2. 3 into 1, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. As simple as that. This you can see. We're getting the 5. Then you have 6 minus k. Again a shift. Unless there is a single overlap, we'll keep on doing this. Now just see. There is one single overlap. So 1 into 1 will be 1. Now there is nothing here. And if I go for the next sample, next shift, what happens? Now you just see they are side to side. So there is no overlapping. You can see. So there is no point in calculating after this. N is equal to 6. So we have to give one value for our understanding. So what is my length of the samples or the signal values? N to N equal
7.
to 6. The whole length is 7. Is it okay? Yes. Getting? The total length will be?
Yes, ma'am. 7.
Anybody having any difficulty?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So she will go for the, so this is called as the tabular method of linear convolution sum calculation. Okay. And we will have another example. Okay. We'll just go for, I will keep the this thing's notification as it is so that when I upload this on the Google Classroom, it will be easier for you. Okay. Then you have, this is one example. Okay. What is the example given? Oh, sorry. Signal given to you here is, I've come out of that. Signal given here is, can you read the signal? I have x of n. Okay, I have directly written as x of k. But let me see, what is the signal x of k? 1, 2, 3, 2. Just tell me, who will tell me that the signal will begin from what place, please? This is 2. You can tell me now from where it will begin. Where should I put the 0? Think over it.
-1.
Yes. From where? What should I begin?
2.
There are two signals, right? I have the start points of both the signals somewhere given here. Okay. So what do you think? Which one? Whether I should take it 0 common or I should have individually different? Anybody? Please say. Where I should have? H of n is starting from 1, no issue. So this is the arrow. What about xn? It is starting from
2%.
-1. So what should I do? My start will be,
Sorry.
okay. This is clear. So this is 0 indication. Now n1 is, what is n1? -1. Very easy. What is n2? n2 is 0. Now what is my next step? n1 plus n2, starting point, addition. What do I get? I get -1. Right? That means my yn should begin from n equal to
-1.
-1. Very good. So now I have to do some changes here in my indexing. indexing, I have to do some changes because direct mirror image will not give me a start, is it not? That was by default. Now what should I do? So let us start the calculations. Okay. So what is my first step? My first step is to convert xn to hk index, or basically make k first. What is the k value? I know the samples will be not more than this 4. Whatever I will shift, either if I fold this or if I fold this. Now folding hn is more benefit. Why? Because only 3 get sampled, flipped. Here there are 4 samples. So whichever is of smaller size or whichever are having 0 start, by default we start with that folding. Okay, so we are going to fold h of k. So x of k is obtained as I will draw all these values in the table here. Okay, my starting value is not 0, it is 1. So at -1 I have a 1. At 0 it is 2. At 1 it is 3. At 2 it is 2. Now if you want to draw this and see, because it is harder to draw, let us observe. I will just make it a drawing. Okay. Okay. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is -1. So my signal is starting from this. So I am putting it as 1. This is going to be as 2, 0 wala. Then at 1 I have a 3, and then at 2 it is only 2. So this is the pictorial view. So instead of doing the pictorial graph, people drawing, what you do is you simply put -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. That is what you have. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So -1, what is the value? Instead of the stem height, what you are doing is you put the value. You are putting a value at the head, is it not? That value you insert here, 1, 2, 3, and 2. Done. This is the xk. Similarly, h of k is nothing but transferred value of h of n changed to index k. 1, 2, and 3. So this is 1, 2, and 3. It's as simple. Now red I am making all hk's, and black value is 1, 2, 3. It becomes easier to understand. So I will just remove some scrubbing. Becomes easier to clarify. One more thing we left out, to find the length of your sequence. Is it not? What is the length of sequence? We didn't see. Now let us have that also.
6, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. So start is how much? N is equal to -1. I did not calculate the length. So length means what? What will be the length of yn? I will just now forget about what is the starting point. What is the length now? Simply calculate the length here. What is this? 4. This is 4. Then this is 3. How nice. Then you have to -1. What is that? It is going to be 6. So I will have to go from -1 to 5 so that it becomes total length as 6. I think I am correct. 5 or 4? Probably 4. Is it not? From 0 to 5 it will be 6. But from -1 to it will be 4. This is not. If I am going from -1, it will be 4. Okay. So let us see how much probably we'll see. The length will be 6. Basically, the length will be 6. That is what our understanding now. Now, the first step is obtained, conversion of n to k. These are my n values, which I will start. I have started from -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Now, let us observe things. H of k I have written. Now I am going to fold h of k. About this. This is my 0. So what should I do? I will just shift it. If I am folding it like this, what happens? At -1, at 0 I will have, yeah, now just keep this out of your consideration first. What I have done is, I will keep this in mind that I will do it. I will make a gap first. I want the mirror image, is it not? So what is my mirror image? 1, 2, 3. This is the mirror image. 1, 2, 3 on the left. Just check. This is not my starting point. That is why I left one gap, so that there is a perfect flow. Okay. So just see that h of -k. Otherwise, what you'll do is if you find h of minus k in the beginning and then you go for the next value, h of minus 1 minus k, it doesn't sound good. So that is why I have left some space here. So in the beginning only I left some space, and the flow I am there with the shifts. H of minus k is the mirror image of this holding the hk at the 0. So 1 is as it is intact, 2 will come here, 3 will come here. I think you have drawn also. And now just check what is the starting. What is my starting? My starting is n equal to minus 1. So where is the minus 1 to be inserted into the equation of, the notation of h of minus k. Minus 1 minus k means it is going to be added with the value. It means what? If it is minus 1 means it is going to move towards the left. See, if in this position minus 2 I am adding minus 1, it becomes minus 3, is it not? So that is why I am here. Is that followed? Priorly, this 3 is having a minus 2. In this minus 2, I am adding 1 minus 1. So what happens? That minus 1 will take me to minus 3 index. That is clear. I assume that it is very clear. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just remove this. That becomes easier. Okay. I will take some separate color. No, red, purple. Okay. Now, my signal for n minus 1 is clear. This also is clear. Now, in the beginning only we had the calculation, but we'll move with steps. So h of minus 1 minus k, it is here. Check for the overlapping. What is the next step? Simply check the overlap. If it is n equal to minus 1, my y will start as y of minus 1. Okay. So now we will see that I have to check the overlap with whom? With this. Don't get confused with so many numbers. You make one section so that you can clear. So this is overlapping with this sample. Okay. There is, for these two there is no overlap. 1 into 1 will be 1. That is clearly obtained. Now you are putting n equal to 0, means the mirror image part. You are here now. Can you check the overlap here? Yes, there are two values which are sampling. This is one overlap and this is the another. So 1 into 2, I have written here 1 into 2 plus 2 into 1. 2 into 1. This will be 2 plus 2 is 4. Clear? Okay. Then what about this? At the n value is equal to 1. Some drawing has been carried out here. Just forget for that. N equal to 1. What is n equal to 1 now? It has to be inserted here. So in this, I have inserted 1 means it is shifted towards this. When I add 1 to minus 2, it becomes minus 1. So just it is shifted to this. So 3, 2, 1, they are shifted to the right. Okay. So they are shifted to the right means I will next find the overlapping between this and my signal x of k. Now 1 into 3 is there. Is it there? Yeah. 1 into 3 is there. 2 into 2 is there. Yes, it is there. 3 into 1 is there. Yeah, it is there. So 3 plus 4 plus 3. So I think 6 plus 4 will be 10. Okay, n is equal to 2 now. When k is equal to, when n is equal to 2, h of 2 minus k means another shift to the right hand side. Now I'm getting 3, 2, 1. See, shifting becomes easier here with lesser number of value. That's why it is easier to go for this shift. So 3, 2, 1. So 3 here overlapping with 2. Overlapping with 2. There is nothing in the left. 3 overlap with 2. 3 is this 3 signal overlapping with 2. 2 is overlapping with 1. Now the perfect overlapping is not there, but still 3, all of the 3 are getting overlapped. So 2 into 3, one value. 3 into 2, another value. 2 into 1, another value, and you get, see, 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Okay. So now you're coming to the next value of n, because still you have not come to the unoverlapped position. So we are moving, n equal to 3. Then I have h of 3 minus k. Now again a shift towards this right hand side. Then you have the signal 3 into 3, 9. Let's see, first we'll check how many overlaps. 2 overlaps. So there is no overlapping here. Okay, so 3 into 3, 2 into 2. 9 plus 4, 13. As simple as that. Now, at n equal to 4, another shift. Just check what is happening here. Another shift means, sorry, I should have had this as where, right? Here, this is the shift. What happens? You just see single overlap. Till you get a single overlap, you have to carry. Once you get a overlapping, then only you will be able to have the multiplication. So 2 into 3. And other things you don't have. There is no overlap. See, there is no overlap here. There is no signal only, na? We don't have any signal at 3 and 4. So there will be nothing for to multiply with this. So this is 2 into 3. So I have 2 into 3 plus 0 is going to be 6. That's it. Now when you go for the further at n equal to 5, just see, we'll shift this. Okay. Then you have like this 3, 2, 1. See, there is no overlap. So this is the position where you get a value as z. The y of phi is equal to 0. So just see, this is the first sample, this is the second, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the length of samples what we obtained in our y of n is equal to 6. Starting point also we obtained as -1. So whatever prior estimations we had done here is all clear. So the length of convolution is 6. And how will you write this? How will you draw this? We have to draw this in a like you call in the pictorial diagram. You can draw it, or simply put it as y of n is equal to, simply put it as the bracket, curly brackets, where you show the indication. I have a 1, comma 4, comma 10, comma 14, comma 13, comma 6. Don't write the 0 value. There is no necessity. And your indication is like this. If you don't write this arrow, you will get -1 marks. Okay, so 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Length is 6. Starting is 4. This is really very important. Is this clear? So this is what the example was supposed to be done in our class. So if you have any difficulty, you can ask. Yes.